Charlie Rose is a great communicator, but he's not always great in every single format. Now let me place my biases out front. I like Charlie Rose. I like his show. I think it's one of the few places anywhere in the media world, print, text, online, certainly TV, where people get to actually express serious thoughts in depth. It is in an oasis out there in a desert of information. So I do like him, and I do like his show, and he certainly is a skilled communicator. He has not only just his daily 1 hour show, Charlie Rose Show, he's doing the morning anchoring for the CBS morning show. He's on 60 Minutes. The guy seemingly never sleeps. But that doesn't mean he's going to be great all the time. Case in point, I get all of his stuff through my RSS feed. I saw that he gave the commencement speech to Georgetown University recently. I thought, well, that should be interesting. It'd be great to hear his insights, the anecdotes. I watched it, and frankly, it was awful. He read the speech, head down, and it sounded like an intern had written it the night before with nothing but Wikipedia to go on. Here he is lecturing students at Georgetown by telling them what famous people had gone to their school, as if they didn't know that. Then he said self-indulgent things like, if I could talk to every single prominent person who ever graduated from Georgetown, well, that would book enough shows of mine for 6 months. Awfully self-indulgent. Then he spent time talking about, what fascinating times we have. There's 3D printing and high technology, stuff that anybody knows if they've ever read any news whatsoever in the last 4 years. He didn't have any interesting stories about the people he met, what they told to him when the cameras weren't rolling, what they said were the real secrets to happiness or success in life. He didn't have any of that. It didn't sound like he'd even looked at the speech, much less have written it. And I thought it was awful. So it just goes to show you can be great at asking questions, bringing out the best in other people, and be awful at delivering a sustained 20-minute thought, which is what a commencement speech is. Now, in fairness, it's hard to do commencement speeches well. What can you really say in 20 minutes to a bunch of 22-year-olds that isn't going to strike them as cliche or obvious or boring? Still, I do believe Charlie Rose could have done better. The real lesson for all of us is every single medium is different. Every format is different. A speech is different from a TV interview. Being interviewed is different than interviewing someone. You have to prepare for that medium. The other lesson, and I don't say this is a good thing, is it does show that fame pays. Even though I think the speech was awful, and by the way, I've linked to it below, you can see it. Of the 38 people who've rated his speech so far on YouTube, 38 gave it a thumbs up. Nobody gave it a thumbs down. So perhaps I'm in the minority. Check it out for yourself.